Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
What's going on, super friends? Welcome back to the channel, and we've got some more leaks and rumors in the DC action figure world to cover today, but for a change of pace, we're not talking about McFarlane superpowers, though we will certainly be relating back to McFarlane superpowers as the video goes along, and that will begin to make more sense as we talk about what we're talking about today, which is Spin Master and the rumored lineups that have been popping up online about what to expect later on in 2025. Now, this video will include both rumors from the Spin Master 4-inch movie tie-in collections as well as the DC Retro collection, most recently seen with their Batman Forever releases that are kind of modeled after the old Kenner Batman Forever figures. So we've got a lot to cover in this video, and as always with leaks and rumors, I have to preface by saying that these are not 100% confirmed and anything could change at any time, but these do seem to be coming from a pretty credible source in Toy Wanderer, who is both on Instagram and X. Really nice guy. Encourage you guys to check him out so you can keep up to date with any new info that may be dropping later on down the line in either of these lines for Spin Master. I will leave Toy Wanderer's information down in the description below so you can check that out. So we'll go ahead and walk through these expected lineups. I will share my thoughts, and I definitely would like for all of you to share your thoughts down in the comments below, from fans of Spin Master, fans of superpowers, just fans of the characters that we'll be discussing. Drop those comments down below, give this video a like while you're down there, and if you haven't subscribed yet, we'd certainly appreciate if you would do that. And without further ado, we will go ahead and jump right in. And let's go ahead and start with the 4-inch movie tie-in line. And this is going to be tied into the James Gunn Superman movie. And as I said, I could relate it back to superpowers. We recently talked about the Wave 12 leaks that were also tied into the James Gunn Superman movie. And within those same leaks that included the Superpowers Wave 12 action figures, there were also McFarlane DC Multiverse leaks that had the 7-inch line also tied in to the Superman movie. So it seems that DC is going all out in multiple toy lines and in multiple scales to promote this movie. And for action figure collectors, both kids and adults, that is certainly not a bad thing. So as we can see with these leaks, there are certainly some similarities with the McFarlane Superpowers line in a lot of the characters released. Makes sense. These are going to be some of the stars of this movie. So we have Superman, we have Guy Gardner, we have Metamorpho, we have Mr. Terrific, and we have Ultraman. But Spin Master is providing us with a few more characters, including some that McFarlane probably would never do. So we can see that we have a Jor-El, which is confirmation that Jor-El is probably going to be in the movie in one way or another. And we also get a Lex Luthor, which is fantastic. We still haven't gotten a new Lex in the McFarlane Superpowers line, so it is very cool to see Lex Luthor included here. And we get Lois Lane, we get the Engineer, and we get Hawk Girl. So the reason I said we probably wouldn't see those in McFarlane is, well, they're female characters, and that is very cool to see those in a toy line. I know they won't scale with superpowers, so all of you superpowers collectors that are been jonesing for a Lois or for a Hawk Girl, they'll probably be a bit on the small side for superpowers, but if you are a Spin Master collector, this is very cool. You're gonna get a huge lineup of action figures, and some more similarities that we see from the leaks from Wave 12 of Superpowers. We're getting the Mr. Terrific T-Craft, which was also included as a vehicle for the McFarlane Superpowers line, and we're also getting another Fortress of Solitude, which is very, very cool. So a lot of us, me included, have been waiting for a Fortress of Solitude for a long time, dating way back to the Kenner line in the 80s. So the potential to now have two options for Fortresses of Solitude, well, you just can't really beat that. So it's very, very exciting that we might be seeing a couple of options for the Fortress of Solitude. So this one, again, will probably be on that smaller side for the smaller figures, but it may still work well for the Superpowers figures, so kind of have to wait and see for promotional images of both this and the Superpowers version coming in Wave 12. See which one looks better. You may decide you want this one over the Superpowers or vice versa. And we also have a couple of multi-packs. So we have the Superman versus Kaiju, which is no longer really a spoiler. We did see the Kaiju in the trailer that was recently released. And we have a Battle Damage Superman along with a Krypto, which is awesome. I love to see that there's a Krypto included in this line, and with Krypto, it may be on the smaller side, but it will probably still scale okay with superpowers. So if all you really want is a Krypto, hey, this might be the 2-pack for you. You can grab that Krypto, scale them alongside any of your action figure lines in that smaller size, and it'll probably line up okay. So this is a very, very cool lineup. So for those of you who are really excited about this movie coming out, and we're among them, they're gonna have some options for some great figures to add to your collection in multiple scales, 4-inch, 5-inch, 7-inch. No shortage of options there for you guys to add to your action figure collections in anticipation for this movie. So now let's get into some of those rumors that I'm a little bit more excited about, to be honest with you. It's that DC Retro Collection. Now, Spin Master recently released the Batman Forever DC Retro Collection line that included Batman, Robin, Two-Face, and Riddler, as well as a Batmobile and another Batman that was included with that Batmobile. And while very cool, this one didn't appeal to me, so I didn't pick them up, but I do have some images here from Make Mine Marvel on Instagram. Great guy, check out his page. He's got some really cool action figures in his collection, but I'm showing these off so you can kind of see how they compared to the original Kinners, and more importantly, how they're going to scale with some of your Superpowers action figures. Because from what we can see, these scale pretty dang well. So these are in that 5-inch scale that lines up very well to those Kinner action figures and lines up very well to Superpowers. So thank you again to Make Mine Marvel for sharing these images with us and even putting together a couple of special request images showing those figures next to Superpowers. Because the reason this excites me is the rumored lineup includes figures from Superman 1978, so Christopher Reeve Superman, and Batman 89, Michael Keaton Batman. Just incredibly excited to have these movie characters on the way that will potentially scale with all of the Superpowers action figures. I can't tell you how long I've wanted to have a Christopher Reeve Superman or a Terrence Stamp General Zod to scale with the Superpowers action figures, and now we're potentially going to have that with the Spin Master, if the scaling holds up from what we've seen in the Retro Collection previously with those Batman Forever figures. So who are we going to be able to potentially add to our Superpowers collections? Well, we have Christopher Reeve Superman, Gene Hackman Lex Luthor, Helen Slater Supergirl, which is very cool, Terrence Stamp General Zod, and even Mark Pillow's Nuclear Man from Superman 4. And guys, I know this is like, is that someone we really want? I can't speak for everyone out there, but I'm pretty excited about that. I even turned an old Kenner Aquaman figure into a Nuclear Man back in the day, and no, it didn't look good, but I really wanted to have that extra villain for Superman to fight, even if the movie wasn't that great. So it's fun to be able to say that we will have a Nuclear Man, we will be able to have a General Zod, we'll be able to have a Gene Hackman Lex Luthor, and Superman and Supergirl from the Christopher Reeve Superman universe. Man, this is great. But I am a little bit disappointed that there's no Non and Ursa listed on here. So unless that changes, that is one minor disappointment for me. Really excited to have a General Zod, but not to have Non and Ursa that could potentially scale with Superpowers. Little bit of a disappointment. But for those overlapping fans of Superpowers and the Christopher Reeve Superman movies, which is, let's be real, probably most of you out there, keep your eyes on the channel because we may have some custom Kryptonian villains coming soon that we can talk about. So that is something to look forward to. And something else to keep your eyes on the channel for, we do have the McFarlane DC Multiverse Superman and Platinum Superman in hand. Have had those for about a month. Chris and I just haven't been able to get together yet. It's been a hectic start to 2025. So we do plan to get together soon to record an unboxing and review. Keep your eyes out for that as well. But back to Spin Master, man, just really, really looking forward to seeing what these look like. And for fans of Michael Keaton's Batman, again, probably a whole lot of you out there, it looks like we are also going to get some Batman 89 universe figures in this retro collection. So as we can see, we have Batman 1989, we have Jack Nicholson's Joker, and then going over to Batman Returns, we have a Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman, we have a Danny DeVito Penguin, and another Batman from the Batman Returns. As we know, those suits are slightly different, so it's very cool that we're actually getting both versions of the Michael Keaton Batman suit from those two movies. And I have to say, I'm probably most excited about the Danny DeVito Penguin, because as much as I love the Kenner Superpowers Penguin, and as much as I love that Kenner Dark Knight collection, the way that they did Penguin for that was not ideal. They just took the Kenner Superpowers Penguin, repainted him with a black tuxedo, and a very cool figure, yes, but Danny DeVito Penguin, it was not. And we didn't get anything even kind of close to that in that scale until the Batman animated series released their Penguin, which was kind of based, of course, off of the Danny DeVito Penguin. but it was not Danny DeVito's likeness. So this is one that I'm actually personally really looking forward to, and looking forward to seeing what all of these look like, because if they scale well with superpowers, it's very cool to get new figures of the Michael Keaton Batman universe to add to that collection. And if they don't scale so well or they don't look so great, well, we can always go back to the Kenner Dark Knight collection, start picking up some of those figures and adding them to our superpower shelves. So always good to have options, and it looks like we'll have plenty of options here. So as I said, these DC retro collections are the ones that I'm most looking forward to, and my overall thoughts here are, I'm pretty excited to see all of these, but it's more of a wait and see approach on those 4-inch action figures. And like I said before, Spin Master hasn't really yet enticed me into purchasing any of their collections yet. So these have got me intrigued, and I'm excited to see some official images, some promotional images, the figures themselves. I'm really looking forward to seeing what these look like, and if the retro collection continues in that 5-inch scale, how they'll look scaled with the Superpowers figures and what kind of articulation they're going to have. But I'm pretty excited to see these and to see if these are the collections that will get me into Spin Master. And so definitely want to hear from you guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, especially from those of you who have been collecting Spin Master. What are your thoughts on what they've been putting out? What are some past releases that I should be keeping my eyes out for, especially if I like this 4-inch line? That may be something that if I pick up this Superman tie-in 4-inch set, I'll want to go back and look at some of the other tie-in lines that they've released. So let me know down below, for those of you who have been collecting them, which ones you really like. And if you're like us on the channel who really like the Superpowers line, and I think most of our longtime viewers and subscribers are, what do you think about the potential for this DC Retro Collection line to scale with Superpowers? Getting a Christopher Reeve Superman, a Terrence Stamp Zod, a Batman '89 Michael Keaton style figure. Is that something you're looking forward to, or are you more like, don't really need the movie collection lines cluttering up my display shelves? Let me know either way. Want to hear from all of you. While you're down there, if you didn't do it at the beginning of the video, please go ahead and give this video a like. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We would really, really appreciate it. And we will catch you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.